On NBC, except on the West Coast. It's the
Chief. Listen, fellas, you work all year long for it.
Fill it up.
Plus, Vince Carter and Kevin Garnett are close friends with bright futures ahead of them.
You never know what tomorrow holds.
Man, you never know.
With Inside Stuff, you can go anywhere.
O'Neal spinning.
Yeah? I'm ready.
Swoops is everywhere.
I always want to be on Inside Stuff.
I am very excited.
Because you're my main man. Man, no doubt. Main man. Hey, Chief. Listen, fellas, you work all year long for it, man.
Let's see what you got.
He's unstoppable.
He scored.
Get to go to the game, man.
Unbelievable.
Now that is the Inside Stuff.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Inside Stuff. NBA players have been reaching out in their communities like they normally do, but they've done it especially this month because Marcus Camby gets the NBA Reading Month off to a great start. David Robinson and Larry Hughes have a special place in their hearts and in their arenas for young fans. That's a whole bunch of Reading March Month stuff.
They're good guys, aren't
Yes.
they? Plus, Aaron McKie of the 76ers shows us around his hometown of Philadelphia, where he gets to play in front of his family and his friends.
Now, a couple of NBA superstars have been friends since they were kids. Vince Carter and Kevin Garnett met during their high school years, and they've kept in close touch ever since.
Both understand struggle. Both understand where we come from. Both have a really, really similar background. So we have a lot in common, man. And it just shifted all the way up to where we are now, sitting on this couch in Toronto.
And what we're about to do and show you is how we get along. We get along with harmony. Because we got to listen to one another. It's all about appeal, but it's a positive attitude to make it work. And what we're about to show you today is...
The future's crazy. The future's definitely crazy.
You got this kid coming in from high school, you know, the kid, man. The kid is doing this thing. I'll tell the truth. I tell you, it's just like my brother was out there. I was happy, you know, and then he going out there doing it, and I get to come out there and play, so.
The kids, we doing it.
Now it's our thing.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
No one was ready for what he brought to the league. No one. Half man, half amazing, sums it all up. You know, whenever you play against dude, even back in high school, man, but like all of us, we all have a burning desire to win. You know, he just got the ups to go with it, you know? You know what I mean?
You know, I remember preseason game, we talking, like, man, we about to be in the Olympics. You know, make history here. 2000, you know, go win a gold medal. And not, I think it brought us closer, but I think it brought everybody closer, you know, because I know when I go home after a game, I'm watching TV, I'm not just watching Kay, I'm not watching Tracy or Antoine, I'm watching J. Kidd, I'm watching Smitty, GP. These are guys who we did it together. You know, you talk about the Olympics, you don't talk about one guy. You know, that's what I love about you talking about everybody on that team. It's, you know, us.
The one-on-one full court was like the prize winner. It was like, I got to win this.
Check ball.
It got to the point where it was no smiles. The first day I was, couldn't nobody hold me.
Couldn't miss.
The second day, I really think everybody got together, had a meeting without me, and said, we have to sabotage this kid. Nah, but the next day, totally different day.
When I'm struggling or when I don't understand something, I'm always up for suggestions. You know, I like the constructive criticism. I ask questions, and you know, it's been like that since day one. Since I saw him, it was like, yo, what's it like? You know, and that's how I was this summer. I played 2 years in the league. He's still to that day. I was asking questions, you know, about different things. You know, not just basketball, outside. You know, the things he's seen. He's been there a little longer than me. You know, I'm just getting to a level where he's been already, as far as all the attention that comes to you and how to handle it, you know? And that's why we're friends, man.
Kevin and Vince were already friends when they played in the 1995 McDonald's High School All-America game, and it's one of the first times they shared the national spotlight. KG was the game's most valuable player, while Vince won the, guess what, slam dunk competition.
Vince and Kevin were on opposite coasts last night. The Raptors visited Seattle, and the Timberwolves were in Miami. Let's check in with NBA.com TV for all the Friday night highlights.
Thanks, Summer. Last night in Seattle, Raptors fans had on their game faces, and Vince Carter had everybody's attention. The Sergeant finished with 32, and the Raptors beat the Sonics 110-99. Kevin Garnett had 13 points and 13 boards for Minnesota, but the Wolves could not escape the heat. Allen Iverson had 47 against Atlanta, and the Sixers are now 46-16. Jalen Rose had 35 to pace Indiana against Cleveland. The Nets were unneighborly to the visiting Knicks, who lost by 13. The Celtics beat the Wizards 104-72. It took an extra session in L.A., but Avery Johnson's driving layup keyed the Spurs to a 93-89 overtime victory over the Lakers. Elsewhere, it was Utah hitting an NBA season-high 63% from the floor and cooling off the Suns 107-95. The Blazers lost for the third straight time, 95-85 to Vancouver. The Kings defeated the Nuggets 110-104. In Dallas, the Mavs beat the Warriors by 29, and the Bulls lost their 17th straight road game 108-75 at Detroit.
I want the inside stuff.
Coming up, Marcus Camby tips off NBA Reading Month with some help from a big red dog.
Here we go. This book is called Clifford's Good Deeds.
Speaking of good deeds, David Robinson and Larry Hughes sponsor their own ticket sections, and the Admiral still can't believe it.
And who knew I was going to be a basketball player?
Now that's the inside stuff.
NBA Inside Stuff is brought to you by Reebok Pump. Experience the fit of the Reebok Pump, only at Foot Locker. Are you pumped? And by Sprite. Image is nothing. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Their sights on the playoffs during the month of March, but for the 5th straight year, March has taken on a different meaning. It's NBA Reading Month, and Marcus Camby was joined by David Stern and Teresa Weatherspoon to tip off the festivities in New York City.
Actually, this school, PS 194, is the school I actually adopted. They have great kids here, and I know a lot of the kids here personally, so they have a lot of strong feelings and a lot of support in the school.
There's nothing better than using the position of the NBA to positively influence kids and send good messages, and to watch the kids being, I think, mesmerized, particularly by Marcus and Teresa, says very good things about the positive power of sport.
We're going to read Leola and the Honey Bears. It's an African-American retelling of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It's something I enjoy doing. I enjoy reading to the kids, and to have an opportunity to read with Mr. Stern and kind of play jokes with him, it was a joy. Thank you, baby.
The reality is, in order for kids to be able to fulfill their potential, to get good jobs, to further their education, to make use of technology, they have to read, and anything we can do to focus them on reading is going to be good.
I really didn't have like a commissioner or NBA player come to my school. It really stressed the importance. My mom was kind of strict. She always got on me and my sisters about reading and doing our homework and stuff like that. So I think I had strong family background and family values that really got me to where I am today.
And knowing that it's for kids is enough for me. If you can come in and use the platform in which has been given to you and come in and try to help kids, that just says a lot. And if you can capture their attention at that age and after school, you're doing a lot.
Reading events will be going on throughout the month. In fact, just a few days ago, I hung out at the NBA store with Keith Van Horn of the Nets and Kurt Thomas of the Knicks. We read to a group of kids from Piscataway, New Jersey.
In a rewind, they say it takes two to tango, but it also takes two to alley-oop. So you got the alley, and then you got the oop. All you got to do is ask Jamal Mashburn and Eddie Robinson, or Tracy McGrady and Bo Outlaw. Plus, Bonzi hooks up with Scotty, and Corey Maggette does it all by himself. You know, when he did the flip and the dunk, that's not what you're going to see, because that was at the All-Star game. What you're going to see is this one, the latest edition, Rewind. Everybody was Kung Fu fight. Oh, that was a long time ago. Friday, sometimes the best action is in the stands. I said sometimes, but Jamal Mashburn gets it done on the court. King Eddie Robinson.
Here's for the lead. Yeah!
Saturday, Orlando fans like what they see. Especially when baby boy beats Bo Outlaw, who runs the break with Tracy McGrady.
Outlaw swings it to the ground. Back to Bo.
Sunday, wake up, Kobe. Rick Fox with the new hair, don't. Hey, you can't be caught napping. Rick Fox gets the slide on this fast break pass.
Reverse slam dunk back to the basket.
Monday, you always want someone on your team who can hit a big shot. How about Darvin Ham? Buzzer beater against the Nets.
Ham half court. Got it to go. Bird, unbelievable.
And I told you about this one. Corey McKie with the pick, the pass, and the flush. Tuesday was Shaquille O'Neal's 29th birthday. I remember when the boy was just 28. How about this to Kobe Bryant?
And Kobe has a dunk. And he missed it!
Clyde, the Glide Drexler, is honored by the Trailblazers, while Scottie Pippen glides in for two of his own off the pass from Bonzi Wells.
All over the top to Pippen. Oh, what a play!
Wednesday, my main man, Charles Oakley, getting a little popcorn, just getting ready before. Watch this play by Vince Carter. See, Oak to Carter.
Oakley with the save. And the puts it down.
And finally, recently I received a note, comes from Lloyd Osei of Silver Springs, Maryland, who wrote, and I quote, "What's up, Ahmad? I'm gathering information on what I want to be when I grow up, and I chose to be an NBA player. Now, since you, meaning me, played for the Sixers, can you, which still happens to be me, help me with a few questions? What inspired you to be an NBA player? What did you have to do to endure to be an NBA player? And who was your hardest opponent to guard?" Well, Lloyd, let me answer it this way. Maybe you don't remember, man, but I shot 100% in my career. So maybe the best thing to do was send a little note to them guys on the Timberwolves who tried to guard me, because I was busted. We'll be back with more stuff right after this. They're glad I quit, because I'm telling you, I was filling them up. Can still fill them up. The Philadelphia 76ers have the best record in the NBA, and no one is happier than 7-year veteran Aaron McKie. There might be a few people happier than him, but not many. You know why? Because he grew up in Philadelphia, and he's always been a Sixers fan. Aaron took time out to show us the sights of his home city, where this year's team is the toast of the town.
Aaron McKie stepping through traffic, spinning it up and in.
Left side of Aaron McKie. Russ with him. McKie goes left to right, down the middle. He's open. They're up and in. Aaron McKie.
I always dreamed of playing for the Sixers, you know, of course, winning the championship, making a game-winning shot in Game 7.
Aaron McKie, yes!
Growing up, I remember Dr. J, Maurice Cheek, you know, Moses Malone. I love, you know, watching that team play because, you know, they play so well together.
They steal the ball. There it goes. Cheeks on his way to the World Championship. To Moses. Slam dunk.
I want to welcome you guys to my town, Philadelphia. Take you on a little tour, you know, some places that's special to me. Growing up in Philadelphia was great. You know, I had it all here. I went to high school here, college here, and now I'm playing professional basketball here. I mean, there's no feeling like that in the world. We're going to go see my college coach, who's like a mentor to me, John Chaney. How you doing, man? How you doing?
Good game, man. You playing well.
Thanks, man.
This is the Hall of Shame. See, this is where he was dangerous at. See, this is his danger spot, right around here. When he shoots that step away, fall away, jump shot right in here, you know what I mean? He's hunching his shoulders and stuff. And I told him he couldn't shoot threes. Now he's defied everything. I would say, I said shoot a three like an old man. I said, boy, you can't shoot. You got to get in the air. Now he's shooting threes, man. I love you.
All right, cool. I love you too, man.
Okay. Keep doing it, boy.
Yep. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Now we're on our way to see the statue, the Rocky statue. You know, that's synonymous with Philadelphia. When you think of the Rocky statue, everybody wants to see it. A lot of people can, especially coming from Philadelphia, can identify with the statue just being an underachiever and beating the odds. So, you know, that's what this statue basically represents. Now, this is a statue of the living legend around here, Julius Erving, the doctor.
Yes, he's got it. Here he comes. Way rock the baby to sleep and slam dunk.
We're going to wrap this session up with, you know, a little
Up on cheesesteaks, and he's also done his share of stuffing the stat sheet. This year he became the first Sixer since 1979 to have a triple-double in 2 consecutive games. Now it is time for the Ask Ahmad segment. The question comes from Valerie of Normal, Illinois, who has been and the question she has is to to Muggsy Bogues, and it says, who has been the most inspirational person throughout his basketball career? Muggsy?
Well, Valerie, my most inspirational person out there is my mom. You know, she really inspired me to become whoever I want to become, and just in life in general. And I think because of her, that was one of the reasons I stuck with the game of basketball, and one of the reasons that I was able to become successful, not only in basketball, but in life itself.
I thought he was going to say me, because you know me and Muggsy are like this. We're very tight. Now, we hope to inspire you with great plays with an international flavor. In Jam Session, we honor NBA.com's Global Week, which will take place March 12th to the 18th. You can log on for the live chats, features, and a lot more coverage of the NBA's 44 international players. The song is AM Radio, which I used to listen to when I was in high school, by Everclear. Here it is in Jam Session.
Gets to the whiskey, drives by Ewing to the glass for the kill. Iverson to around the court.
Now leads up and under, finger roll.
Marley holds it up and gives it to Fox. He's going to the hole. Quick move. And the high post of Lottie. Hard cut into the lane. Scoops one up under. Jump. Finley again. McClure there to set the screen. McClure goes in and hammers it over. He's got 14 points, 9 rebounds, and Stojakovic.
Breakaway, page up.
Isolation on Walker. You know, you just got to appreciate basketball like that. Rookies from Oklahoma man, but now it's 3-1 at night. Garnett as he swoops to the hoop. He crosses over, penetrates the one through to the back. Up by Hughes. Antonio got his hand on the ball. Backdoor what a move!
Jam Session is brought to you by Nestle Crunch. When you gotta have chocolate, it's crunch time.
39 NBA teams donate tickets to local kids so they can experience the excitement of an NBA game, but 2 players have gone way out of their way to make the experience special. Larry Hughes of the Warriors and David Robinson of the Spurs.
Hughes has a section called Larry's Kids in Oakland, and the Alamo Dome is home to Mr. Robinson's neighborhood. Both players deliver a lot more than tickets by providing a personal touch.
What's up, man? All right. This must be for you. Here you go, man. All right. Hello. How y'all doing? Have fun at the game, y'all.
Cool because like not everyone gets to meet an NBA player, especially like David Robinson.
He was really cool, and he was really nice.
Just giving them opportunity to come inside the arena, you know, where they just watch on TV, you know, and I just get a kick out of seeing, you know, kids having fun, you know, so I just try to, you know, let them know that we're real people.
Like, when they get to sit here and they get to talk to me, they see I'm just like them.
Everywhere we go, kids always run up to us, you know, trying to get autographs. You know, so I think it's good for them to get a chance to come to the game, you know, and get it in real life.
Getting to meet Larry Hughes, because that's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I really like playing basketball, so it's nice to meet somebody that plays basketball.
You can do it. You guys can do it. I mean, it takes one step at a time. You get your good grades in school. So I wanted to encourage kids to just work as hard as you can. You never know where you're going to be. You may be president of the United States one day.
This is like a really great experience for me because Dave Robinson was like a role model to me.
Maybe one day they'll come back to me and they'll tell me, you know, just from coming to the game or just from sitting down and being able to say hello to me, that maybe it was a positive moment for them.
David has set a great example in San Antonio, where every member of the Spurs take part in the ticket program. More than 100 players are involved league-wide, and they give away more than 80,000 tickets a season.
That is fantastic. You know, David Robinson sets not only a great example in the league, he sets a great example for young men everywhere. He's one of my favorite guys.
He is. He's a role model.
Now, that's our show for today. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for the NBA on NBC. It is one of the NBA's top rivalries when Tim Hardaway and the Miami Heat take on Latrell Sprewell and the New York Knicks. Coverage of the NBA on NBC begins at noon Eastern. Before we go, a reminder that there's still time to send in your audition tapes for the Show Us Your Stuff contest. Log on to NBA.com for official rules and details on how you can become an Inside Stuff Kid correspondent.
I'm excited about it already.
You are?
Yeah.
You know what? Last week you said you had a tape, but you could put one in.
Well, I wasn't kidding.
Oh, okay.
I'm putting it together.
Can't wait to see it. We'll see you next week when the show goes on the road to sunny Miami, Florida.
So long, everybody. I'm excited for a little sun.
This is a parade rave.
Yeah.